voice memo number 32. I remember that night like it was yesterday. The damp of the Albanian forest. Darkness so deep you couldn't even see your nose in front of you. But most of all, I remember the way the beast took her away into the darkness.
Hello, assistant reporting for assistant duties.
Caroline, I told you to knock before coming in.
David, I told you that when I'm holding a mocha cappuccino in my hands and I'm wearing a white little shirt that I'm not going to knock on the door. I'll do it next time when I'm drinking my water. So, how's your little project going? Are you talking into a little recorder?
I was talking into a recorder, but clearly not anymore. And it's not a little project. It's a comprehensive book on my past.
Ooh, the past. So mysterious.
Believe it or not, being a paranormal bounty hunter left some scars.
And is that why you needed all that bio oil last week?
What? No, never mind. Mental scars. My therapist believes I'm harboring a lot of trauma and pain from my time hunting, and she believes...
Feminist vibes.
She believes that I should just get the monsters out of my head and onto paper. Something about confronting them and they're not real and putting them on paper makes them more fake. I don't know.
Oh.
That's all I have to say about that?
No. Well, are you sure that's what she meant by confronting your demons? You don't think you may have, maybe misinterpreted it?
Misinterpret. Why?
No reason. I wouldn't get too worried about it or anything.
What'd you do?
It's just that I was thinking that maybe, I may have just made the tiniest oops.
What kind of oops?
Okay, so I totally wasn't eavesdropping. That's the first thing you need to know. I don't eavesdrop. That's not my thing. I really hate when people listen in on my conversations. But when you were on Zoom with your therapist the other day, there's a strong possibility that the door was open a little bit. I will get that fixed. And I did leave my headphones at home. And so I may have heard you talking.
And, come on.
And I may have heard you say, I want to confront the demons.
I want to confront my demons.
Okay, well, again, I wasn't listening. I wasn't eavesdropping. So I may have heard you say something to that extent, and I'm really trying to be proactive, like #girlboss. So I did something that now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done.
Caroline?
David?
Who's at the door?
Well, remember that they knocked and that you love knocking, so this is a positive to start off with.
Who is at the door?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought you meant you wanted to confront the demons. I was trying to be helpful.
What did you do?
I went into your dossier and may have put out a call that you wanted to talk to them.
Talk to who?
The cryptids.
You mean the reason I have these night terrors and I live a haunted life now?
Well, I didn't really realize it was all that bad.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. Is this David? Yes, that is you. You look a lot different. Well, not different. You look the same.
Who are you? Hi.
Hi. She's different. You're different.
I'm new, actually. I started this job a few months ago. My name is Caroline. I'm David's assistant. And you're just so cute.
Before anything, Caroline, this is Krokus Doodle.
What? You can also call me Jed. Jed is I'll go. It's hard to take out alone when your name is Krokus. Mm-hmm. And a lot of humans don't look at, jackalopes. It's the discrimination. You can call me Jed or Krokus, whatever you like, but thank you.
It's just Krokus Doodle. He has terrorized the Southwest for years. We have numerous fights. Why is he here?
You're asking me why a cute little bunny who has little horns and tiny little feet and is just squishing his nose right now as I talk. Look at that little squish.
You're quite the charmer, Caroline.
Tiny
Thank
horns?
you.
Do you know how many people he's gouged with those? Come on.
I'm sorry. Should I go?
No. I'm going to step in here as the girl boss that I intend to be. I'm going to problem solve. We are going to have this conversation between the two of you. We are going to figure out why you're both hurting and why you both decide to come here. And so Krokus or Jed, do you prefer Jed or Krokus?
Krokus.
since we're among friends and I don't want to have any ill will, because I didn't come here to start a fight.
Krokus.
We'll go by Krokus.
He started every fight. It's Krokus.
Yes.
I'm going to settle for Mr. Doodle.
Mr. Doodle is fine. I'll take Mr. Doodle.
So, Mr. Doodle, where do you come from?
Oh, well, when I got your dossier,
The pits of hell.
also known as Santa Fe, New Mexico, so I was born around Wichita Falls in that little nature park. The warren that my family comes from, it stretches from the park and a little bit to Oklahoma.
Do you have a lot of siblings, Krokus?
I have 21, so it's like the average.
Oh my gosh.
A lot more boys than girls.
Are you a middle child?
So older brother, older sister, me. So I'm the fifth. So I'm old. I'm 7, so I'm up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm from. And I came from New Mexico.
Do you like pottery in New Mexico?
It's a great use of time because,
Have you ever heard of clay bombs? Think a bomb is put into clay and shrapnel everywhere. That's the kind of pottery he likes.
Just sounds like my art history class. Am I right, ladies?
If there were ladies here, I'm sure they would say you were right.
You're right. I shouldn't have assumed gender. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Assume away. And I was never really into bombs because I have paws. I feel like with the bomb, you have to have your human fingers. I don't got those digits.
Yeah,
What about
he's
Phoenix?
right.
What about in Phoenix?
Phoenix was a mistake, and I was young. I was 3 then.
Well, I'm just like new girl here.
Yeah.
Vibes of like I'm not understanding. I just would like to know like a little bit, and like I just want David. I just want you, David.
I'm listening.
David, I just want you to sit and listen and hear his story from his point of view, and then Mr. Doodle. Sorry about that. And then we'll hear what David has to say.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be like, let's say I'm Miss Therapist, like putting on my sexy little therapist glasses and my little pencil skirt. I'm sitting on the couch. You are lying down on like a velvet couch. You're telling me your soul. And what I want to know personally as like a newbie to this whole world is what exactly like is a jackalope? Are you real?
I'll sit and listen on one condition. He doesn't drop any clay bombs.
Well, I think he said he doesn't have any.
Not those kind.
Oh.
Okay.
Bathroom's down the hall.
Yeah. No, okay.
But do you use a litter box?
I typically, when I'm in the city, I try to follow the city rules and piss on garbage cans.
We like that. Thank you. All right. Tell me about the jackalope, your culture.
Well, the jackalope, we are real.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that we are not real because of the whole story about the man capturing a rabbit, which we are not. We are part, but we are not rabbit. Capturing and then fabricating.
Mm-hmm. Like Etsy vibes, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of false reports of fake jackalope.
Yeah, I mean, we're really difficult to catch and find for that reason. We don't like being mounted or being kept as pets.
Mm-hmm.
Because once again, we value the freedom and being one with nature over being captured and enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
We don't believe that anyone should belong to anyone.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. So we're all from the South, and we kind of go more towards the coast, like to not Carolina, California.
California is on the
dream,
coast, yeah.
The red hots,
Mm-hmm.
chili peppers. No, but so I grew up around the Wichita Falls area, and my dad and ma were both, they liked their privacy, if that made sense. Our warren was one that was sort of hidden, and they didn't really like us exploring too far from there. If you were born there, you were going to die there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to die there, you're going to die naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get a choice otherwise. And if you are a boy, you got your antlers. Once they grow in, you fight for your place, fight for a mate, fight for anything. So yeah, it was a very traditional jackalope household.
Uh-huh. And do you feel like you're a fighter by nature?
I think I have the tendencies to overreact.
To rabble rouse?
Yeah. Once something gets started inside me, it's very difficult for me to take a couple of steps back. And now that I'm older, I've learned to meditate, and I've learned the breathing techniques. And, before I'm like, I'm going to mess this guy up, I go, well, how would I feel if I got messed up.
Yeah, my therapist taught me to count to 10.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
Count to 10 before doing an action.
Yeah.
That's great. I've heard you count to 10 a lot when I come in.
Yeah, gotten pretty good at it.
So, what is like, I guess like for me, when I start my morning routine, it's just like wake up, coffee, like little run, like
Right.
little like morning affirmations, like feeling my thing.
Absolutely.
What is a morning day like for you as a jackalope?
Well, much like human beings, we all have to have our beauty sleep.
Mhm.
Once I get my beauty sleep, I usually try to go for a run.
Mhm.
I love just zoom it around.
How fast can you go?
I can go up to 90.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's really hard to stop once you get there. There's a lot of skidding that happens afterward.
So it's like you can get to 90 really fast, but like getting down is hard.
Mhm. I try to keep it around 30.
And are you in like control the whole time or like,
Well, once you get past 60, yeah, I can be in control.
oh, cool. That's awesome. And so like you're fast,
Mhm.
you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You got everything going for you. Like what else like would you do in a day?
Well, I'm a people person.
Mhm.
I mean, I like
People rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, people jackalope.
People. Thank you for correcting yourself. Yeah, I'm a people jackalope.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I especially like listening to different voices and like trying to get that. Actually, I can do a pretty mean David over here.
Show.
All right, here we go.
I smell like butt.
That was funny.
Right?
You would never say
I
that.
do not smell like butt. Just want to make that clear. You know this.
No, I think everyone knows you don't smell
But
like
it's
butt.
funny hearing you say it because it's such a silly thing to say.
But
Absolutely.
I didn't say it.
But it sounded like you said it, and it's like crazy. Like I could, like you could record voicemails for like celebrities and
Yeah.
like.
Cameos. But yeah, it's how we met was, so in my younger days, I would used to, if I saw something I liked, I'd pretend to be the person talking to them from far away, like, hey, come over here, or like, let's fight, or you're stupid. You're a
Sometimes
buttface.
all at the same sentence.
Yeah.
So you'd like mimic people's voices to
Amen.
distract them, to
Mhm.
take from them.
Yeah. And that's how I got into a lot of these bar fights, or started a lot of these bar fights, or
Probably
like that.
most. It just
yeah, you just wait outside. You call for someone. They go outside, ready to fight. You zoom on in, grab their stuff, zoom on out.
So this was when you were in Santa Fe,
It was Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Mm-hmm.
the Big Al.
The Big Owl.
Yeah, so that where we met was
The Big
the
Owl. Okay. So you met
I'm
him
sitting around
in the
there.
Big Owl like once.
There was a couple of times, but it felt like he was following me, mostly because I know he was following me.
Mm-hmm.
It was 42 times.
42, the meaning of life.
Mm-hmm.
And so you fought 42 times.
No. We didn't fight.
There was a total of
Fought.
42 fights. He kept following me to these different bars, which was kind of annoying, but also kind of fun.
Just don't light them on fire and I won't follow you.
Like a bar crawl
Yeah, it was like a lovely little bar.
or a bar hop.
That's funny.
The little bar hop around.
I'll give you that one.
Thank you. So you'd hop from bar to bar,
Mhm.
and he would follow you. And you're mad because you would fight other people?
So I'd be in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
do my thing, do my reports, getting all the information down, trying to figure out which bar he's going to next to, again, light it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And a biker would come up to me and just punch me square in the face.
How?
Yeah, hurt every time. I wouldn't ask questions, of course. You don't. What do you do when you get in a fight? You instantly start fighting. But I don't have a flight. I only fight. And then eventually, we figure out we're not trying to fight each other. And so get the reasoning why. And it turns out because apparently Krokus, would call him fat, a dummy, which
Well, it wasn't very nice of you.
it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Remember the whole thing about mimics?
Oh, so that's kind of funny. And you would just steal their drinks, and that's how you would do it?
Yeah, I had a problem. I liked whiskey a bit too much. But yeah, it was also just kind of fun to see how fragile, like what little thing you could say to get another person angry.
And it was mostly men, right? Because the
Yeah,
male
yeah,
ego
yeah.
is very fragile.
One time he didn't say anything. He just pointed at me.
And they just fought.
Didn't mimic my voice. Didn't say anything. He just pointed at me. Why would a biker listen to a rabbit?
Well, he's not a rabbit. He's a jackalope.
It's a jackalope.
Why would he listen to something that is not human?
It's prolific. I do remember that night. So he's outside. He's peeing. And I thought it'd be funny what if I just showed up? Didn't say anything. I just showed up and just stared at him. What would he do? Would he try to hunt me or would he worship me? I was right. He worshiped me. He saw me and he got so... He like left his body. I thought he was like tripping or something like that.
Peyote.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Except replace peyote with,
Seeing a jackalope.
yeah.
Yeah.
That. And yeah. And then I just slowly turned and you were annoying. So I said, yeah, I'm done with that tonight. So I just turned and looked at him and he took that as a sign.
And then I found out he lit his bike on fire outside and blamed me.
Yeah. Like a burning bush, but it was a burning bike. I thought it was pretty funny.
I can see how that would be a little bit funny, but like I'm also like an environmentalist at heart. Like I don't do much for it, but like I think about the environment a lot, Like I like love looking at pictures of the ocean and I like if I see a baby seal, like I literally cry. And so I guess like my only concern with like the whole fire thing, and believe me, I'm the first one to say that fire is beautiful. Like
Thank you.
I could stare at flames for 7 hours straight, and I've done it before. I've lost relationships. I've lost family and friends because of how long I stare at fire. And I love it. So I totally resonate with like fire vibes. But the Southwest is like really, really dry. And like I can see how that would be a problem. Like, have you ever like heard of wildfires and stuff?
Yeah, no, wildfires are terrible. And I hear what you're saying about fires, and I actually agree that wildfires are devastating, especially to my neck of the woods in Wichita Falls and Warren. Like a fire could be the end of an entire line of jackalope. But I would not start fires because I don't know how I could. I don't have.
You got these tiny little paws.
Yeah, I got the paws. I don't have flame vision. We're not all that mystical. I was just a real son of a jackrabbit. I mean, I would ram into things intentionally with my antlers because in my youth, I would keep them nice and sharp.
Pointy.
Yeah. I thought it would look cool and more dangerous, more of an edge. And that's why I said I'm growing them horns out now. I'm like actually letting them develop into the natural jackalope antlers of my ancestry.
Like raw beauty instead of
yes,
like created.
Absolutely. But I would just ram into things. I just love feeling powerful because when you're only 3 feet tall, you don't feel like you have a lot of control, especially in this man-made era.
It's a man's world.
It is. And we used to roam throughout the Southwest. We used to pick a spot. We would tend to stay isolated, but now y'all are everywhere and we can only be in a certain level of places. So ramming into things felt like taking control. Like I'm so powerful.
Like fighting the man, literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except I would fight the man.
But you were the man.
Physically fight the man.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's all a matter of perspective.
Well, when a fist is coming at me, it's kind of a fight.
Yeah, but like, were you fighting like men, or do you think you were like fighting like
sometimes multiple men? Yes.
Like, but like maybe you were really fighting like yourself, like the concept of man.
No,
and maybe that's
we
what he was.
We were throwing punches.
Oh, yeah. I think she's onto something. I think we were both fighting something. I think we were both fighting the man.
Bikers. I was fighting bikers.
You were fighting men's. And we were fighting our place in life. We were fighting our fate.
And that's what's brought us here today.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of like, I guess like the next question would be like, where are you today? Where is Jed? Where is Krokus Doodle today? Like what has changed since the last time that you've seen my boss, Mr. David?
Well, I've quit drinking. So,
wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. A little bit of applause.
That's hard to believe.
I do not need...
Check his cup. I don't know when he got a cup, but check his cup.
That's actually, I didn't bring a cup with me. Isn't that your mocha?
That was my mocha, actually.
That explains why it's completely full.
And I can tell you that it is...
Because you didn't knock.
Yeah, I didn't knock. So the mocha that is sitting in front of him, which you're totally welcome to have like a little sippy sip of.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Don't give him sugar. He's fast enough already. When he has sugar, I know it's a metaphor. People saying kids on sugar. No, he gets sugar. It's gone. He's just gone.
I can actually, that's true. Kathy and I are not friends. I do a lot of teas, a lot of sparkling waters.
LaCroix Nation.
I do like LaCroix.
So good. The bubbles. It's like just like a hint of a flavor too.
Yeah.
It's like,
don't
why
have
would
to
I?
overthink it.
Yeah, it's like, why would I want to actually taste like grapefruit when I could just like think of grapefruit while I'm drinking spiked water, kind of.
The hints of it just hit your palate, and it's like, I didn't really need a full one. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
like I don't want to actually taste anything. I just want to like remember a time when I did taste things.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
So I'm not drinking anymore, and I am working with my sister. We're going to start a homeopathic sort of nature-ish retreat. We're tapping into more of our country hippie vibes, me and Winnie.
Winnie Doodle?
Winnie Doodle is my sister. Yeah, so we're going to start a sort of camp, because I don't know if y'all know this, but the milk of the jackalope is very good. It has a lot of healing properties, a lot of those vitamins that y'all need in order to continue go. That's why we're so fast. That's why we're so strong. And that's why our horns look so good.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
So the milk of the jackalope is a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like Starbucks now, you can go to Starbucks, you can get like oat milk, you can get soy milk, coconut milk, and like maybe soon like jackalope milk.
Oh, hopefully, yes. Well, I would like to, for our business to work, the jackalope will be located in our retreat center.
Oh, okay.
I also will do guided meditations. We'll do nature walks. We'll do campfire stories. It's just, I'm just working on myself, onto my journey, and I want to help other people as well, because I have been noticing that there are a lot of people who feel like they're lost. When I'm talking to my therapist, my therapist says, yeah, you're not the only one. You're the only jackalope I've seen so far, but you're not the only one who feels this way. In fact, human and jackalope have a lot more in common than we think.
Yeah, totally. And I bet there's like a lot of other jackalopes that also feel a little bit like misunderstood. And if drinking is like a huge problem in the jackalope community, that's something huge that we as humans should be addressing, and we shouldn't pretend it's nothing, and you shouldn't be shaming him, David, for his problems.
And I will admit that there are certain jackalopes that deal with their issues in life with the discrimination against jackalopes with drinking, and they're very comfortable with that, and they're not going to change. I mean, you can't take the country out of a jackalope completely. Some people that's their coping mechanism. But for those who do want to escape, I want to offer a safe haven for them. And I think the first step is I do have to confront demons, whether they be human or a bottle or that literal demon. I have to go see him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8, 9, 10.
10.
That was good, guys.
Jed,
Yes.
I'm glad you're on the road to recovery,
Thank you.
as am I. I can't say I forgive you for what you've done,
I understand.
but I will not interfere with the retreat.
Thank you so much, David.
Namaste.
No name it?
Namiston.
Namsti.
Yeah, I think that one's right, actually. Namsti.
Namaste. Once again, a journey. We're still at the beginning steps.
Yeah, we have to learn.
Yeah.
It's all about learning. And if you like enjoy learning while you're doing it, like there's no better way to exist.
Exactly.
I mean, how do you burn down a bar? One bike at a time.
Yeah. Aw. That was great. I guess the only other question that like might be relevant is like, what's a misconception people have about jackalopes that you wish that they could know about?
Well, I saw this fun fact somewhere that all of us are really great singers, and I'm just going to put a pin in that and say, no, we are not. We're enthusiastic singers, but we're not great singers.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
Karaoke song? I like them ABBAs.
Like, gimme, a man after midnight.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
It's always fun. Otherwise, times they're changing. Yeah, that song. What song am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a song.
The Bob Dylan song.
Yeah, it's the Bob Dylan one. Yeah, I
Great
like
man,
that one
man.
as well.
Also, he was a cryptid too.
Bob Dylan's a cryptid? Wow. We learn a lot. Well, I think that David, after talking to Krokus Doodle, how do you feel? Do you feel scared? It's okay to feel scared.
I can't say I feel good, but I can't say I feel bad.
And sometimes feeling neutral is all we can hope for. Krokus, anything else you'd like to say?
I came in here with good intentions. I'm sad, and I want to apologize that we are not friends, but we don't have to be friends. I came here just to apologize and say I'm sorry, and that you shouldn't have to worry about me. Don't worry about me anymore. I'm doing my own thing, and I wish you the best in your journey.
Jed, I will not worry about you anymore.
Thank you.
Maybe.
And who knows, like maybe David and I are gonna like take like a work trip to like Santa Fe.
We're not going that far.
We'll give you a good discount.
I'll be there.
Caroline, I will look forward to our relationship growing.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Can one of you get the door?
Little pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it for you.
Okay. All right, it was good to see y'all. Okay.
Bye. See, that wasn't so bad.
Jed, he's very rough around the edges, but I mean, he's not as bad as, a banshee.
I don't even know what that is. And they haven't answered us yet, so...
What do you mean?
Well, Jed, Krokus, Doodle was not the only cryptid to respond to me.
Respond to you? What do you mean?
Ooh, we should go see who that is. You might want to record this one.
I'll get my recorder.
Therapeutic as Folklore is produced by Caroline Schaeffer and David Songne. Special voice talent by Sloan Buffum-Robbins.